Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Two Labs Garage. One of the most common questions I see asked on the Facebook pages for different old trucks is, what are y'all doing for cup holders? Because let's face it, they really didn't put cup holders in these older trucks. Well, not too long ago, I made some. Now this method I use, it works best on a truck that's got a floor shifter, be it for a manual transmission or four-wheel drive. That floor shifter boot comes in handy, but you can make some modifications to my design. It'll work just fine. And not only that, it'll work on any type of old truck or car. It doesn't have to be this Dodge. I actually made it for my Ford. But if you got a Chevy, a square body, GMC, International, a Jeep J10, a Dodge, or if you got some old car and you don't have cup holders, you want something, this method I believe will work just fine. It worked fine in my Ford truck, and I'm happy to share it with you. Alright, just a few things I'm going to use here. This old piece of sign aluminum that I've used for a variety of projects. I'm going to cut a little more off, use some more of that. I have two, I believe these are 3-inch PVC couplings, and something to test with. Super Big Gulp fits right in there. Big Gulp's a little smaller, but we know that it'll hold just fine. First thing I'm going to want to do though is make these two into one. So use a little PVC glue. Notice no primer on this. Don't really need it. It's not being used for plumbing. I'm just going to put a nice blue stripe on the outside here. Try to keep it from rolling. And the same thing on this one. Nice blue stripe. And now, go take them, blue stripe to blue stripe, and clamp them together. And now I'm going to, while they're sitting on here drying up and they're have the clamp locking them in one piece, go find my Sharpie. And in this area, go mark this, mark all this, and in the middle area I'm not going to trim it all the way to, for obvious reasons. And that, well, the reason for that is I just want to retain some strength. So this is what I'm left with, and I'm going to get some snips, cut that out. Alright, Alright, so here we go. Now, my idea is we're going to attach the PVC couplings here, and then over here, this will slide under the shift boot, and the screw that goes through the shift boot and holds it to the floor will go there. I'll put another one probably in the bottom of this cup holder. It'll stay put. So now I'm just going to take this, hold it here, trim where I feel like I need to trim a little bit, make it look a little better. I think we're on the right track here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so it's been about 5-6 minutes and this is already holding this well. Now I wouldn't use these to go zipline or anything right now. I don't think they're that strong, but for just a few minutes that PVC glue is holding pretty good. Now, go ahead and attach it to my aluminum, and they should fit pretty well together. Well, this ain't gonna be perfect, but yeah, like that. And this right here will screw under the shift boot, and then I'm gonna have something holding this in, and there'll be another screw going through the floor there. But yeah, that's what I've come up with, and hope you like it. I'll put it to use here real quick. Alright, so no lie, I'm making this up as I go. To attach it to the floor, I've come up with a few ideas, and to attach it to the thing. And unfortunately, my little Makita thing I like so much, it's too big to fit in here and screw anything to this inside the pipe, which is unfortunate because I was planning on using these L-clips, but not necessarily a bad thing. These L-clips, see if I can show you in here, when put in this way, they are exactly the height of a ridge. So I am going to take these on both sides like so and glue these in here with E6000. Let them have some time to cure up, and then I'm going to mount them to the aluminum, and then when I go put them in the truck, I'm going to use the second hole to go through and screw it to the floor. So these will be kind of pinched in with the glue holding, and they'll hold the whole kit and caboodle to the floor. Technically, I guess you could just put this down, but in case there's a mess of some sort, I want to be able to not have liquid just spill on the floor. I'm going to seal all this up, so it's a plan. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I'm going to have it match the interior. I'm going to color it. Alright, so sometimes I have a little trouble finding E6000. Place will be out. This is my second choice. This stuff is outstanding. Really, I'm just loyal to E6000, but this stuff is just as good, I think. So anyway, I take this, but nice glob in here. Just put in there pretty liberally. I think it's sticker side up's what I found. Yeah. Another glob on this side. Go pull just a few dots in around here, or just cut the whole perimeter. Who cares? Because the idea is if something gets wet, I don't want it on my carpet. Because I am a little anal about this truck. Not as much my Dodge or the 71, but this one, yeah. Ooh, get that thing away from my nose, getting a little high off it. Oh, alright, so gently, actually let me put some cardboard up under here. And now, alright, so now the name of the game is just patience. Gotta let that cure out so I can move it about freely, and then we're gonna make it all pretty and then put it in. Alright, so it dried overnight, and I was at work today, and I have bricks sitting on top, so everything's set up. Also took, yesterday I had an old can of red spray paint. I thought make color match. Well, that's how much paint was left. That's how much paint was left in the can. Also have a thing of the SEM dye that I used inside to paint the inside of a truck, like door panels and all, to freshen them up. So I'm going to use that to match this. So I'll do a good job. But I'm a little bit concerned about, do I have enough? So I looked through our stuff and I actually found this, a red outside primer. And I say actually found it because I'm not a big fan of red outside primer. I don't remember what it is, the reason I don't like it, but I don't. But with the color of the interior of the truck, this will be a good primer to go on, and if it's a little thin in some spots, it won't just scream out. So this time red outside it is. Alright, so the primer, I had to go about modifying the tip. In other words, I just ran a drill bit through it, and I got it to flow. Way too heavy. Paint job looks terrible, but it's a primer job. Hopefully it'll set up here a good amount of time. Maybe I can, hit it with a little sandpaper or something, smooth it out. Hope I don't have any runs, but I can come back with the SEM and get a good coat on it. That's the plan anyway. Alright, so while I was changing the oil, I let these things dry, and not only am I actually a little bit satisfied with the finish, but it pretty well matches the texture of the interior of the truck, the grains and all because I have a too thick layer of paint on it, so that worked out nicely. Anyway, let's get the final color on it. Like I said, I'm a little concerned I'm going to have enough of this, but nonetheless, here we go. That was definitely the right choice on primer, because it's hiding the colors and the low spots very nicely. Not nearly as concerned about the insides, because, well, my plan's for very big cups in there. Beverages keep me cool. Alright, so now I'm going to let that dry, cure up, set up, whatever. Man, I tell you, there's a black cloud hanging over me or something. I'm not living right. Riding lawnmower, blew the engine. Catastrophic. We won't be seeing an engine rebuild on this. I mean, we got a hole in the block. So, anyway, on the brake side, he's looking nice and dry. Take a look. Anyway, enough about my mower saga. What I got, well, first of all, I want to vacuum all that up. But you can see my shifter boot is not screwed down. That's fine, easy to take care of. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw the boot down with this tab kind of going under it. And then in one of these spots right here, probably this one, I'll put another screw in to screw the cup holder to the floor. And then right here, got a good place within good reach for me to reach my drinks. A little closer of a passenger, but that's okay. Hindsight being what it is, I might well have done it like that with a tab like that. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, let me get the vacuum, clean all this bull hockey out of here, and then I'll figure out my preference. Do I want to put it under the boot, or do I want to figure out some way to screw it up under here? I'm sure I'll figure out a way to screw it up. Maybe I should say fasten it down. Alright, so I got the floor clean with a snuffleupagus. Now I'll just kind of pose it, see what I like best, and yep. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I got a little bit to touch up right there, and I want to hit that screw head and turn that red. But other than that, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. A little cockeyed, but I can live with that. But yeah, drink holders. Alright, so what I did was, right in here, put a self-tapper through that bracket. So that's good and secure. And then up under the boot here, try to show you. that self-tapper is going straight through that extension over there. So that is holding that down. And yes, right here I did scuff it a little bit, and I got a screw head, but I'm gonna get a little bit of cardboard or paper or something so I can spritz that. I think I got a little spot right here I gotta do too, yeah. And the screw head, and she should be good. All right, a lot of people with these old Ford trucks ask how you do cup holders in them. Well, here's one I made from scratch. And you have the little shiny spots where I just touched up the paint a little bit. Alright, so there you go. That's how I made the cup holders for my old Ford truck. Plan on doing the same thing here with this Dodge here soon. And it should work pretty much in any truck. You could do it either exactly like I did or modify it to fit your individual needs. Like if you don't have anything on the floor for a shifter boot, put the tab in the back. Screw it down under the bench seat. Or do you really need the tab? Just cut it out even. Screw through the bottom. Hey, it's up to you. And if this method wasn't your cup of tea, hey, that's fine. I'd love to hear how other people do it. But not long after I put them in my truck, I went on a nice, pretty long road trip. And everything you see right here on the hood, something like that was in the cup holder at some point or another in the trip. Take out drink cups, water bottles, Gatorade bottles, Coke bottles, and even my cell phone and wallet sat in there. I thought they were pretty well accessible for me. My passengers didn't have any trouble getting to them. Never had anything want to tip out or anything, so I'm really happy with how it turned out. But hey, if you think of a modification you might want to make that makes it work better for you, go for it. So I hope this helped you. And if you would, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do all that nice stuff. It helps me bring you more stuff, better stuff, to give you ideas or entertain you or whatever, you know. Hey, I love cars, I love everything about them, and I like to share that stuff with y'all. So until next time, be good to each other, take care of your projects, God bless, and I will see you again soon.